I never thought my own daughter could turn against me. She kicked me out of her home because her husband didn't want me there. 3 months later, I made sure they would never forget what they did. My name is Linda, and I'm 62 years old. I worked my whole life as a nurse. I raised my daughter Anna alone after her father walked out. I gave her everything. I never expected her gratitude to end like this. It all started when I came to visit Anna and her husband, Mark. I was excited to see them. I brought my famous apple pie. But the moment I stepped inside, I could feel the cold air. Mark looked at me and said, "Mom, we need to talk. Anna and we think it's better if you stay somewhere else for a while. We can't handle extra mouths right now." I froze. "What do you mean? I'm your mother. I'm just visiting." Anna, my own daughter, avoided my eyes. "Mom, it's not personal. Mark is right. It's just too crowded. Maybe you can stay at a friend's place." I felt like someone had ripped my heart out. I had nowhere else to go. I packed my bag and left that night, tears burning my cheeks. I felt betrayed. Not by a stranger. Not by life. But by my own daughter. The next 3 months were the darkest of my life. I moved into a cramped apartment with peeling wallpaper and a leaky faucet. Every morning, I woke up to the same gray walls and the same quiet despair. Every day, I walked past their building on my way to the grocery store, my stomach twisting in anger and sadness. I imagined them laughing at dinner, sharing moments I was no longer part of, and it burned me from the inside. Every step away from their door felt like a step into my own humiliation. I couldn't sleep. I couldn't eat. Anger and humiliation mingled into a constant ache in my chest. I replayed that night over and over. Anna avoiding my eyes, Mark's smug expression, their voices casually dismissing me. I felt small, unwanted, invisible. I started writing letters I would never send, telling them exactly what I felt. Each word was heavy with betrayal and sorrow. But slowly, something shifted. A spark of determination lit inside me. I refused to stay powerless. I refused to let them think they could erase me. I started planning quietly, calculating, imagining a way to regain control. My thoughts became sharper, my focus clearer. I searched online every night for any chance, any loophole, any opportunity. One restless night, scrolling for distraction, I stumbled across a real estate auction. My eyes widened when I recognized the building. It was theirs, their home. My pulse raced. I felt a rush of adrenaline I hadn't felt in years. A thought formed, dangerous, thrilling, intoxicating. I could take control. I could make them pay. I could reclaim what they stole from me, my dignity. I spent the next days researching loans, calling banks, and reading every document I could find. I worked tirelessly, sometimes until my hands ached and my eyes burned. I spoke with lenders, checked every financial option, and even met with a lawyer to understand all the details. Each phone call, each signed paper, felt like a step closer to my redemption. Nights spent crying were replaced by nights spent planning. I imagined the moment I would stand in front of them, calm, in control, while they realized I was no longer powerless. The auction day arrived. I walked into the room early, my heart steady, but my mind alive with anticipation. Anna and Mark were there, laughing casually with other bidders. They didn't notice me at first. I let them enjoy that ignorance. Their arrogance would soon crumble. The auctioneer started calling out the bids. I raised my hand slowly, deliberately, letting each gesture draw attention without revealing my plan. Higher. Higher. Mark noticed me and frowned. "Who's she?" he muttered under his breath. Anna turned slowly, confusion and panic spreading across her face.
"Mom?"
What are you doing here?" she stammered, voice shaky. Eyes wide. I smiled, calm, controlled. "Bidding on your home." Every counteroffer Mark tried was matched. I stayed silent, letting the tension build. Every eye in the room was on us, but I didn't flinch. I could feel Anna's panic, her face flushing with fear. The gavel fell.
"Sold."
To the lady in the red coat. Silence. Anna's face went pale. Mark's jaw dropped. Their home, every key, every unit, was now mine. I didn't rush to gloat. I waited. I let them feel the shock, the panic, the sudden realization that they had lost control. Later, I sent them a note. From today onward, your rent will triple. I hope you enjoy your new living arrangement. Love, Mom. I could hear Anna screaming on the phone, Mark begging. I listened quietly, a calm smile on my lips. Months of humiliation, nights of anger, endless heartbreak, all condensed into this moment of quiet, undeniable power. Weeks went by. They sent letters, called me, tried to negotiate. Promises, apologies, excuses. I ignored them all. Every time they complained, I remembered that night I was discarded. I remembered the coldness in Anna's eyes, the arrogance in Mark's voice. I had been invisible. I had been humiliated. Now I was untouchable. One rainy evening, there was a hesitant knock at my door. I opened it to see Anna standing there, small, broken, different.
No laughter. No arrogance.
Only regret. She was shivering slightly, holding her coat tightly, looking as if the weight of her actions had finally caught up with her. Mom, I was wrong. I hope you can forgive me. I looked at her, my daughter, and felt the anger still simmering, but also a trace of the love that never dies completely. Anna, forgiveness isn't free. You'll have to earn it. Start by paying your rent on time. Tears streamed down her face. I will. I promise. I poured myself a glass of wine and sat by the window, watching the city lights sparkle. I had been humiliated, dismissed, cast aside. But I had risen. I had reclaimed my life, my dignity, my power. They would never forget it. And for the first time in months, I felt a calm satisfaction, a quiet victory that no one could take away. That night, I realized something crucial. Some lessons are only learned the hard way. Betrayal leaves scars. Revenge leaves lessons. And dignity is priceless. They kicked me out. Now they pay me to live in their own home.